Alright you guys, welcome back to the Fishwater Aquatics YouTube channel. In today's video, it's something I am pretty excited about. This is going to be one of my more special videos that I make because I have found a very rare fish that I have been looking for a long time. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to dive in. I'm super excited, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And yeah, this is going to be a good one. Let's go. Now, not only is this fish super rare and look absolutely amazing, but this fish also has a special place in my heart, which we will get to in a couple minutes. But let's go ahead and let me show you guys what I found, what I picked up, and why I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Let's go ahead, let's get into it. Now, I walked into my local fish store and I could not believe that they had one. I had to get them right away and get them acclimating into the tank as soon as possible. And this fish, it is a Jack Dempsey, but it is not just your average, ordinary Jack Dempsey. This is an electric blue Jack Dempsey. And for those of you that know what this fish are, you should probably be excited because I don't see too many of these often. And if you don't know what this is, it's basically a Jack Dempsey, but just an absolutely amazing, just the best looking fish you'll probably ever see, especially when they're full grown. Now, I did acclimate this guy and put him right into the tank. I know ideally I probably should have put him into a quarantine tank, but in this scenario, I didn't have a quarantine tank ready or set up, which is kind of my bad. But all I did at the fish store was, I knew this was a reputable local fish store of mine that I go to all the time. And I checked all of the other tanks that were surrounding this fish that kind of shared the same water, and all the fish looked healthy. And, there was no signs of ick or, any sort of parasites on the fish. They all looked good. So, I kind of took a chance and I bought this guy and I threw him right in the tank. Now, for the size of this little guy, you got to admit his colors look absolutely amazing. Now, if you guys know Jack Dempsey's, typically they don't really color up until they're bigger, but the electric blues, they have an amazing electric blue color right away, basically from birth. They look awesome. And I know what some of you guys are thinking is this guy's pretty small, and you're right. And we have some pretty good sized Severums in here. There's like my smaller of the two Severums, my big one's over there. But I knew that this guy would be fine in here, considering that there's no other fish that's really shaped like him, and he is just about the same size, if not a little bit bigger, than these Harlequin Rasboras right here. And I'm going to throw up a clip of them kind of swimming next to each other, and you can really get the size of how small this Jack Dempsey is. And typically I would kind of be a little hesitant of putting in a cichlid this small with my fish, but since the Harlequin Rasboras were already in here and I know that they get left alone, I knew that there was a very good chance that this electric blue Jack Dempsey would be fine. And to my pleasant surprise, everybody has left him alone, and he is just thriving in this tank so far. Now, a quick little fun fact about the electric blue Jack Dempsey: these fish are actually not really found in the wild. These fish are really made from selective breeding Jack Dempseys that have this this blue gene that they have in them, and it kind of makes the fish weaker. Basically, it's just a little less pigment on the fish, and it makes them weaker, so that's why you don't really see them in the wild. But in the aquarium hobby, they can live and they can grow up to look awesome. Now, because it makes them weaker, it's really important to try your best to take as best care of them as you can. It seems like electric blue fish in the hobby, just in general, kind of have like weaker immune systems. Like they seem like they are more susceptible to getting ick or internal parasites. So I'm gonna try my best to keep this guy alive and grow him as big as we can, and he will be probably the #1 fish on this channel. So I'm so excited for that. Also, with that being said, I have had an electric blue Jack Dempsey before, and he did not make it because he just would not eat any food that I would give him. So we just got to try our best, like I said, to watch after this guy and give him whatever he needs so that he can be comfortable to survive in this tank. And also, with that being said, try thinking of a name we should give this guy. I have a couple in my head, but I want to see if the comments can come up with anything. So yeah, that'll be fun to name this guy. Now, speaking of my previous electric blue Jack Dempsey not eating, this guy on day one absolutely started crushing the food, to my pleasant surprise. I thought he wasn't going to eat, but I'm going to throw up a clip now. And he was honestly surprising me. He was right up to the top of the tank eating the food. Took him a little bit to find it, but he was right in there with everybody eating, and that was just such a sweet relief to me. Honestly, that was just the best thing ever, and I want to give this guy the best chance of surviving that he can. And typically you find these guys super tiny and you can't really buy them big. At least from what I've seen, you can barely even buy them at this size. like I said, I've been looking for this guy for probably, I've had my eye out for over a year, and just like locally, I don't really want to order one because I just feel like, you know, through the mail, they might not make it, especially since they're so weak, but, or weaker, I should say. But locally, you know, once in a while you will see them, but it's very rare. That's why I said this fish is very rare. You don't really see them too often. And they definitely have a lower success rate than, you know, definitely your normal Jack Dempsey, but just other fish too. But the signs that this guy's showing and that he's eating, it's absolutely great. And, you know, I love that. I probably said absolutely great and absolutely amazing 100 times in this video, but, you know, I truly love this fish. And, you know, I'm just so happy and cannot wait for him to grow up and be the best looking centerpiece fish in this tank. And I know eventually, and I've said this before, but I am going to get a 6-foot tank for all these fish in here eventually, either like a 150 or 180. So these guys will all have plenty of room. Like Jack Dempsey's, they can get up to a foot, some of them, so they can get a decent size. But the electric blue Jack Dempsey's are notoriously slow growers. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because, you know, he's not going to grow super quick, but it's a good thing because, you know, it gives me a little extra time to kind of look for the perfect tank that I want to get for all these guys. So, yeah, we'll just keep a close eye on this electric blue Jack Dempsey, whatever we end up naming him. And, you know, I mean, he'll get some good size on him, and, you know, he'll look, you know, just incredible. And something that's also a great sign about this electric blue Jack Dempsey is, you know, when I first threw him in the tank, you know, he was out swimming with everybody. He wasn't really hiding. He wasn't really afraid. And I guess that's probably why he just started to eat right away. Yeah, just the fact that this guy doesn't hide, he's out swimming with everybody, you know, it's just another great sign. He just looks super comfortable in the tank, and, you know, everyone's real friendly with him. No one has even kind of really picked at him. They've all kind of swam up to him and just have checked him out a little bit, but no one's showing, like, any signs of aggression, as I thought they would. You know, I thought everyone was going to be super civil with him, and, you know, so far, everything is great. Now, at the beginning of the video, I said this fish has a special place in my heart, and I said I was going to get to that, so if you made it this far into the video, you know, I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button, you know, hit that subscribe button. All the support is greatly appreciated, but let me get into why this fish has such significance to me. So 10 years ago, there was even a video on my YouTube channel that was 9 years ago, but 10 years ago, I got my first ever fish in the aquarium hobby, and that was a normal Jack Dempsey. And, you know, there's actually, you know, if you scroll all the way down, like I said, you'll find a video of literally the original Jack Dempsey that I had. And that was just the first fish I ever had, and he was just so cool. It was one of my first, you know, it was my first fish in general, but I got him literally probably the same size that I got this electric blue Jack Dempsey, so tiny. He didn't have any color, and he ended up, you know, just growing up and looking amazing and getting that awesome scaling colors that the Jack Dempseys get, and he's a fish that made me fall in love with the hobby. So I figured, what better fish would there be to get than a, you know, I guess cooler, more rare variant of the first fish that got me into the hobby in the first place. So that is, again, like why I'm so excited for this guy. I just, you know, Jack Dempseys have, you know, like I said, that special place in my heart, and then the electric blue is just kind of the cream of the crop in my opinion. But with that being said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the new electric blue Jack Dempsey. Don't forget, we got to name this guy, so if you guys have any cool names, leave them in the comment section down below, and, you know, I might just pick that one. But if you're excited to track the growth with me and this guy on the channel, then, you know, hit the like and subscribe button, and, you know, we'll be able to follow along these guys, especially the electric blue Jack Dempsey in the future. So I'm excited, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace out, y'all.